Always a pleasure to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
You doing okay?
in the present and in the future. All stages have converged into one. And here you stand. Welcome, hollow shell. It is time to begin the next act of your journey. I am the one, the vessel, the bearer of grace, the giver. I have worn many names, but names matter little, except for the prophets. Kai, listener of the bleeding heart of the plague, the sanctified pilgrim. Simple minds with lofty titles, and simpler folk with no standing, opened these walls to something they did not understand. Then came the outbreak of terror. The plague claimed this place. Red death. A holy relic. A fragment of the sanctified body of the prophet. Ignatius is but a corpse now, walking his own path toward grace. But his journey nears an end. He survived because he was the only one prepared to become a hollow shell. Chose him to carry the gift forward, to pass it on to someone he deemed worthy. It seems that someone was you. A humble soul is awaited by the bleeding heart of the plague. Someone who evaded its grasp. Someone who defied the destiny laid before them. Her name is Una, an old widow in Cuanacht. She is not alone. There is another, one whose choice led you here. Yes, him. His role as the hollow shell must end. His purpose is fulfilled. He is no longer needed. In you, I have found a servant whose perfect obedience will enact the will of Prophet Kai and the heart. She will die in her sleep, and she will find peace in death. For those who defy their destiny cannot depart with joy. The gift the beginning. Much within you must be purged before you achieve perfect obedience, before you are ready for the final act. Now, receive the mark of the plague. Pass it on to those I have chosen. When their fates are sealed, return here for the next step to be revealed. I know. Return when it is done.
Welcome, you who walk the same path. This mark. No. But I don't understand. I was told to wait. An empty shell. Just as it was said. Why are you doing this to me? Why, when I gave you such a wondrous gift? It's hard to hold faith in destiny when staring at the mark of the plague. But I must remain strong. I must remain the hollow shell, perfectly obedient. I am a corpse, anyway. Go now. Let me think.
Oh. Here. Take this.
The plague's mark. So, it has come for me at last. I always knew it would. I prayed for my family, but never for myself. Perhaps this is why. No, my prayers are said. My heart is prepared. Thank you for bringing me this warning. It's more than most receive. Go now. Death will come when it's ready. There's no need for you to linger and watch.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Ignatius, Una, these souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final give it to me. Seal my fate as well. You shall begin your final march toward your destiny. You will witness what was ordained for you long ago. From the moment you first arrived at the island asylum. I was your destiny. Fate, however, steered your path in another direction for a time. Yet here you are, a lost child, making its way home. Like Una, I shall find silence. I shall finally catch my breath. I cannot wait for that moment. And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him. They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness, and Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair. In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child. Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here, too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop. I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him, though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. But after I returned with Estor, he didn't hesitate anymore. We sailed for Avalon, and the voice led us straight to its shores. You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. And Camelot does the same in my brother's name. Everyone believes what they're doing is right. I've done what I was meant to do. I led people away from their doom, and I left my legacy in their hands. Even if I appeared before them now and told them to stop, do you think they'd listen? Or would they call me an imposter, twist my words, and turn on each other, spilling even more blood in my name? There comes a point where prophets are best left silent. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company, after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Who told you that? The Dalriata? I've never paid a single gold coin to any Dalriata for deserters. Not even once in my life. However, there is some truth to what you've heard. You see, it's hard to keep the men's morale up in these uncertain times. It's really no wonder that every once in a while, some of them try to desert. Still, this is the military. Desertion is unacceptable and will always be punishable by death. Camelot especially insists on nipping that problem in the bud. So if you do take care of the deserters, you can be sure you'll be rewarded. Asgard will pay out bounties for each and every scalp you manage to bring him. Anything else? Me? There's not much I can do right now. I have to stay in Cuanacht with my men until we get the locals to consider moving to Camelot. But if someone were willing to handle them in whatever way they saw fit, as long as they stop being a threat to my men and the people here, they'd have my thanks. But all this should stay between us and on the down low. Excellent. If you need anything, you know where to find me. I'll await your return.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
I am an outcast.
I wasn't expecting...
Oi, and who do you think you are? I saw you with the priests. Trying to cozy up to them, are ya? Vitus gave me this job, so you'd better stay out of my way. Sure you don't. Then what you be doing here otherwise, huh? I know you're not Lily's lover boy. You've not been here long enough. Oh yeah? That's where you're wrong. I'm not about to let some harlot spread sin among Kai's faithful. I'm going to make everyone see her for what she is. And you'd better stay out of my way.
I am an outcast.
Oh, hello there.
Speak up or get lost. We've got a job to do. Why did you have to go and ask, huh? Now our business is ruined. Of course we didn't go directly to him, you idiot. We're not stupid enough to approach a Camelot legate in the middle of an occupied village. We're Dalrita.
Moron.
We had contacts. It was an ideal setup. But now it's all going to fall apart. Because you couldn't keep your mouth shut. Eh? Ah, so you've met Emery. It's all talk. Don't worry about it.
Do we fight now?
Be quiet. I don't know yet. You wouldn't be asking if you didn't think there was something in it for you. Well, you don't say anything to anyone, and we won't kill you. We might even let you in on a share of the goods that we happen to collect during this noble work. So, what's it going to be? Gold or a fight? Ha! That's exactly what I wanted to hear. See? I told you all was not lost. Here's your share. Keep your mouth shut, and there'll be more where that came from. Come back in a few days. There might be more waiting for you.
Show me what you are made of! Even your
are you? Are you here to steal my riches? They're mine. I earned them as the favored entertainer of Segramor's court. Oh, but maybe you are one of the courtiers. Did you have fun plotting my demise? Wasn't my name meant to echo far and wide as he promised? Have I really been forgotten? Then I will ensure you share my fate, you thief. It's so calm. I never thought I'd miss peace and quiet. It was always my sister's preference. Oh, my poor Aideen. What have I gotten us both into? My sister killed me. I don't think she meant to. I said something stupid and she just got so angry. Truth be told, it was a long time coming. If I were her, I would have slapped myself much earlier. It really wasn't her fault that I tripped over that damned rock. Oh, if you'd asked me while I was alive, I would have been delighted. Modesty was never my strong suit. Why should it have been? I was young, beautiful, and brimming with talent, ready to take on the world. It all went to my head so fast, especially when Lord Segramor showed interest in me. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I should never have accepted his advances. My poor sister. They killed her because of me, didn't they? I can sense her gloomy presence even here, among this glitz. She never minded being alone, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I pushed her into that loneliness. A joke here, a joke there. To her, they must have felt like daggers. I wish I could comfort her. Tell her I don't blame her. I hate that they separated us so thoroughly. I hate it even more that I had a hand in this. I'm sure she does. Aideen has always been so dramatic. But her anger ebbs and flows. And we have an eternity to work on mutual forgiveness. I'd love that. I'm so tired of being on my own. Despite all those times I wish she'd just leave me alone. Now I find myself missing her terribly. Thank you, kind stranger. I'm not sure what I can offer in return, but maybe you'll find something of value in this clutter.
Even your...
Silence carries weight here.
What's that noise? Your wealth is ours. You're no match for our bad.
Oh, thank you for stopping. People usually run away when they hear me speaking to them, so that's definitely a nice, though unexpected, change. You must be really brave or really stupid. Which one is it? Well, that's either really smart of you or really stupid then. Who am I to judge, though? Your guess is as good as mine, my dear. But I've had some time to think about it, and the best I came up with is that I just did not want to die when they were hanging me, and the weirdness granted my wish. So here I am, not dead. Oh, I was a soldier, under the mighty Legate Denham, and one day I decided that I didn't want to be a soldier anymore. I don't exactly remember the mission. It must have been related to either killing somebody or taking something from somebody, as they always are. It could have been a search party. To capture Thorn the Bloodbound? I forget. But I think I just couldn't. I didn't want to go there. To certain death, just to try to kill a man who fights for reasons I don't understand. To comply with orders I couldn't care less about. Am I, or was I, a deserter? I don't really think these things matter anymore. Oh, I most certainly did. It may sound a bit weird, though. But since it seems I won't be moving anytime soon, I do have a small favour to ask. There's a druid's tomb nearby. I can see it from here. Almost every single night his spirit rises from the grave and does unspeakable things with the fae or dryads that swarm around this place. I mean, good for him, but I do have to watch it, you know? And it is, let me tell you, disgusting. Well, get rid of him, of course. He's not human anymore. All that's left is a perverse, hungry spirit, raised from its grave by the weirdness. And you must know that the weirdness can do anything. I wouldn't want to find out what it will transform this hungry spirit into when enough time passes. Honestly, I'd fear for my life. If I was still alive. Sure. I'll be happy not to be able to watch it anymore. And it's not like I can close my eyes, you know?
disturb my peace. Keep your head on a pike! Keep your eyes peeled. Watch your backs.
You're in for a world apart! You're only making...
anyone sneaks up on me. It's just a flesh wound.
You're not one of the rats scurrying about this place. Truth be told, you don't seem to belong here at all. Perhaps you shouldn't be here, eh? But in the grand scheme of things, it's none of my concern. Do you need something? Name's Gatto. Once upon a time, I used to be a rat catcher at the court of King Sagramore. Later, fate led me to catching rats here, outside the cold walls of Sagramore's castle. A king is a king. He bears the flaws inherent to any ruler, as if the crown itself bestows similar faults upon each bearer. But there's little to say about Sagramore. It's the queen, his wife, who is the true delight. She's scheming, spiteful, and beautiful. The ideal woman. Trust me, I've met King Sagramore on many occasions. He doesn't make much of a grand impression, and he used to have quite the short temper. There's not much around here. The most important places are my shop and Sagramore's court, just over there. You might also run into the Shroom Knight, the Queen's personal lapdog. Though he's a knight, he's a rat of the lowest order. I can't make heads or tails of him. No idea what he needs. If you want, go ahead and talk to him. I've grown tired of that fellow. Waiting for a customer. Are you interested? You know where to find me if you need anything.
Greetings to you, strange soul. You carry a light that doesn't belong to the Sagramor's realm. You're not from here, are you? I fear, then, that you won't be able to grant me absolution. At least not yet. Only a pure soul can bear the sins of another. My soul was once like that. I thought it would be enough to... I don't know what I thought. I've been here for so long. Not just anyone's. I took upon myself the sins of my queen. I had no choice. I swore an oath of loyalty. But if I had known the weight of the queen's misdeeds... Sometimes I wondered if this is my punishment. A punishment for consorting with someone so corrupt. I don't know. I sought meaning in the All-Mother, pondered the truths of the Red Priests. I searched for a merciful God, but all was silent. Then I came here, for Sagramor, soon to be king, was about to ascend to the pantheon of demigods, and beside him stood the queen, as radiant as dawn, gentle as the light of spring. I swore to serve them until the end of time, yet she desired a true kingdom, regardless of the means. Next, there was the descent into the depths where we now find ourselves. This came to pass at the Queen's behest. How twisted and corrupted must one's soul be to desire something so dreadful, to rule alone over the world of shadows. I was stupid. That. It may be my only solace in this vale of tears. The fungus helps me keep my senses, attuning me to the rhythm of this forsaken kingdom, making me somehow understand. I feel the footsteps of the souls wandering above. I feel their ever unfulfilled needs and desires. The fungus conveys this to me quite clearly. Yes, and in a way, I accept the workings of this wretched place. I feel as though I am a part of it. It gives me some sense of belonging. And perhaps there is another future for this realm. Perhaps if we are all connected here, forming one single organism, it might lighten our burden. Who knows? Apparently, this is what the world looks like without gods. Everything that was meant to be born here was supposed to fulfill a beautiful mission. Instead, it became an endless wandering in the abyss. Sagramor took a wife, a woman whose power no one was aware of, much like her true intentions. And here it is, the kingdom deep in the abyss, with its abysmal king and queen. Scroll. Indeed, I recall seeing druidic sages arriving at the court long ago. I also witnessed powerful acts of magic. Surely the court custodian might know more, but you must forgive me. I cannot provide you with a more specific answer. May goodness and light guide you. May goodness...
Ah, a new guest in our court. Welcome, stranger, to the humble halls of King Sagremore's castle. Are you here to seek an audience with the king and queen? Many are eager to see them, though most are the old regulars. I'm sure their highnesses will be pleased to see a new face. We haven't had many guests of late. Oh, no need to trouble yourself with me, my lord. I am but a simple custodian, a lowly servant of our gracious majesties. Though, if I had performed my duties better, perhaps there wouldn't be so much constant dying. Oh, it's no big deal. We live here in perpetual suspension. Time can't touch us, and it's all thanks to the Queen and her sisters, who decided that would be best for everyone. Well, as long as you don't sin against their majesties, then you might share my fate. Or that of Sir Stygander, who you may have encountered on your way to the castle. Loyalty, of course. Sir Stygander swore to our queen that he would remain faithfully by her side, and that he would take every sin of hers upon his shoulders. That was a very unfortunate pledge, as it later turned out. Now our brave and loyal Sir Stygander is atoning for sins that aren't his. But breaking his vows would be a sin in itself, requiring even more atonement. It's a no-win situation. But such is our fate. Well, I wanted to feel the softness of the royal bed. No, don't look at me like that. It's not what you think. The Queen's honor is intact, at least where I'm concerned. But I happened to be in the chamber when King Sagremore appeared. He wasn't alone, and his companion wasn't the Queen. It was one of the harpist sisters. But shush. The king didn't notice me, but the Queen caught on to my unease. She tried to force me to confess what I had seen. I think she suspected it involved one of the king's indiscretions. In the end, I was the one who paid for his sin. Oh well, it's the lot of servants to bear the burden of their lord's transgressions. Oh, I'm sure they will. But you might have to wait a bit. The king's schedule is completely full for the foreseeable future. And, before you ask, no, there's no way to speed it up. King Sagremore is very particular about treating all his subjects equally. Unless you're aiming to become the court jester, there's not much I can do to help. Though, now that I think about it, perhaps if the Queen's sisters put in a good word for you, you might just get to the front of the line. Oh, that would be Miss Clare and the midwife. Should I elaborate about the royal family in any particular order? She's the youngest of the sisters. She used to be so sweet and innocent. But now, well, I shouldn't gossip. I'm already trying to make up for that. Just know that Miss Clare isn't a bad person. She became envious of the Queen's love for the king and ended up chasing after boars who never really returned her feelings. I don't know much more than that. Talking to Miss Clare is rather, difficult. You'll see what I mean. She's a wonderful woman, completely dedicated to family. Her life's mission was to bring a child to the royal couple into this world. She loves all the royal children. Unfortunately, none of them are, suited to inherit our kingdom. You'll be fine, as long as you don't insult her family. I'm glad you asked, my lord. All you need to do is kill me, and the keys to the sisters' chambers will reveal themselves to you. Yes, exactly. It's no big deal. I've died thousands of times. That's just how it is for me. Ever since Sagremore's kingdom was established, I've been the keeper of the keys to all the chambers in the castle. And with magic, when a spell says, "Guard at the cost of one's own life," well, it tends to take that phrase quite literally. If I died forever, I wouldn't be able to guard the keys anymore. right? So I come back to life every time someone needs a key from me. That's just how things work around here. Hello again, my... Have a splendid... Hello again, my... Have a splendid...
Boars. No, not boars. Boars in the letters. The letters to boars, to beloved. These, all of them, are right. Letters To beloved Bors, I write only letters to Bors, to beloved. Yours, Claire. Sister has a tablet. Once she had it. Once, sister. In Zagramor's arms. Once. Me in Bor's arms. Forever. Yours, Claire. I write. Once upon a time, there lived a young maiden named Claire. She had 2 sisters, and together they resided in a resplendent castle within a land untouched by the cruelty of time. In this unchanging realm, there was neither the sorrow of endings nor the joy of beginnings. No sunrises, no sunsets, and no seasons to mark the days. Such was the design of the eldest sister, whose insatiable hunger for control bound the kingdom in eternal stillness. She hoarded love and devotion as a dragon hoards treasure. Yet for all her power, her heart remained empty, cursed to feel nothing for eternity. Claire, the youngest and gentlest of the sisters, moved quietly through the cold, unchanging halls. Her beauty was, too, untouched by age or hardship. Yet unlike her sisters, Claire possessed a secret, a flicker of defiance against the curse that gripped their land. Her heart remained free, protected by a force beyond even her eldest sister's reach. True love. This love bound her to a noble young man named Bors, whose memory was her. It was the height of summer when young Bors first laid eyes on the maiden of his heart, working in the fields, his skin bronzed by the sun. He paused as the sound of hooves drew near. A lone maiden approached, her hair shimmering like spun gold, her cheeks rosy and her waist snugly drawn into a spring green corset. While the other peasants bowed their heads, Bors stared unabashedly. Sensing his gaze, the maiden turned sharply, startling her steed. The horse reared and she tumbled from the saddle, straight into Bors's waiting arms. Their eyes met, and in that instant, the maiden felt herself lost. A warmth bloomed upon her cheeks, but a deep foreboding stirred in her stomach, for she knew there would never be another man who could claim her heart so completely. From that day forward, she rode past the... Long ago, there lived a maiden named Claire, fair of face and gentle of heart, cursed by her cruel sister to remain imprisoned in a high tower. Forbidden to step beyond its walls or look out of the window, she spent her days weaving a tapestry of the outside world, a world she could glimpse only through the reflection in an enchanted mirror. Yet Claire dared not lift her eyes from the loom, for the curse was absolute. If she ever stopped her weaving to gaze out the window herself, the fragile thread of her life would snap. One day, the mirror revealed a grand procession on the road below. Among them rode a knight clad in gleaming silver armor, a sapphire cape following behind him. His warm eyes and copper hair struck Claire's heart with longing. Unable to resist, she rose and stepped toward the window for a glimpse of the gallant knight. The moment she moved, a terrible pain gripped her chest and the mirror shattered. Claire, knowing the curse had claimed her, fled the tower. She reached the road just as the procession passed, grasped the knight's cape, and collapsed.
Sir Bors turned at the sudden tug, leapt from his horse and caught her. Her breath grew faint, and she whispered, "Do not grieve, for I am glad to have seen you, my knight." With those words, her spirit departed. Sir Bors wept bitterly, for never had he seen a maiden of such beauty and grace. His heart swelled with both joy and despair, for he knew he would never again love another as he loved the fair and cursed maiden, Claire. In the days of King Sagramore, there lived Bors, a wandering minstrel whose songs were famed for their beauty and sorrow. Among his melodies was one that bore the weight of his heart, the ballad of a lady named Claire. Claire, a noblewoman of unmatched grace, had been betrayed by her jealous sister, who sold her to a rival lord for power. Locked in a distant tower, her pleas for rescue went unheard. But Bors, who had once sung for her in her father's court and fallen deeply in love, learned of her plight and vowed to save her. He journeyed to the castle where she was held and sang beneath its mist-shrouded walls each night, hoping she might hear him. At last, a faint voice joined his song. Claire, her spirit unbroken despite her captivity, determined, Bors devised a daring plan. Each evening he sang in the castle hall, lulling the court into an enchanted trance. When the moment was right, he slipped away to free Claire. Together they fled through shadowed halls, hearts pounding with hope. But as they reached the forest edge, disaster struck. The alarm was raised, and the guards gave chase. Armed only with his lute, Bors faced the guards to protect Claire. In the struggle, he was struck down, his body falling beside his broken lute. Claire was dragged back to the castle, her heart forever bound to the minstrel who had died for her. I was writing something important. Do you know what it was? Yes, Bors, my former lover. I have fond memories of him. Really? Perhaps that was true once. I longed for my own Sagramore. I craved love, true love. A beloved, not a dog. My dearest Bors, I'm sorry. Here, you've read these notes on the stacks of paper. My handwriting. I must have written them, yes. Strange. No, I'm sorry. My sister. I have two sisters. One older and another the eldest. She wanted Sagramore. She wanted the crown. She has everything except love. She has no desire for love. She wants to rule. Love is not necessary. Power is. Fear is. She does. She holds the power of the men here. She has everything. It's at the very top, above all else. To see everything. To hear everything. Enough. She sees all, hears all. Her arms are long. They're everywhere. Go now, go. I was writing something. Enough.
Who goes there? Are you here to see the children? Oh, my sweet babies. I lost them. I lost them all before they even got here. They scattered, poor things, like dandelions in the wind. My little flowers, they're all gone. Met their grim fates within these castle walls. They die and die at the hands of those who should have loved them, or through their neglect. Poor little things. They deserved so much better. After all, they were barely more than blood on our sister's white sheets. They are here because I wished for them so desperately. I hoped my sister would be happy. But you cannot force something that was never meant to be. Yet I tried, and tried, and tried. Now they haunt my dreams and waking hours, while the Queen has forgotten she ever carried them under her heart. No, no, I swear they are here. They are all here. Our little princes and princesses. They never were, and never will be. Yet they give me no rest. Last night, I dreamt of our brave Wieland pierced by 100 arrows. 2 nights before, he was swallowed by the water. He never left his mother's womb, yet he calls to me always. But I cannot find him. So I write. I write when he last showed himself to me, so I'd know, so I could go to him if I ever had a moment of peace. The Queen, she wants nothing to do with me. I failed her so terribly that she no longer wishes to see me. I've fallen so far from her good graces. But I will make it right. You'll see. I just need the children here, safe and sound. Maybe when she sees them, even as they are, she will love them just as much as I do. Really? You'd do that? And you won't hurt them, will you? Please, I cannot bear to hear their cries anymore. I need them close, so I can watch over them as I was meant to. If I could keep that one promise I made to my sister, perhaps then I could finally know peace. Let me think. Renaud, the Crown Prince, loved to stand on the balcony, gazing down at the gardens, watching the legacy that will never come to be. Little Noah, covered in blood. His mother would wash him again and again, scrubbing endlessly. It feels like he rarely leaves the bathtub. Oh, and Hugo, such a sweet child, sleeping soundly in his cot. Sleeping and sleeping, always and forever. He has his favorite lullaby.
He's gone. Young Prince Renaud. Oh, by the gods, lost for good this time. The midwife will wring my neck with her bare hands. I can't. No, I won't go back to her like this. And the Queen. She'll do worse. Much worse. Have you ever seen her angry? Hopefully not. She has ways. Cruel ways. The lash is the kindest punishment among all of them. My favorite. Oh yes, of course. Straight into the void. He stood there for a long while, just staring into the well, and then he was gone. He just stepped in like it was the most natural thing in the world. Are you mad? Who would do it? Jump into that void? You're not being serious. Oh, surely you don't mean to. Oh, may the gods watch over you. Or, no, wait. Better they don't look upon someone heading into a place like that. They might feel disgusted. But I wish you luck. Remember, everything you do is being judged.
Did the midwife send you? Or was it that coward who's supposed to be keeping me under their heel? Don't take it personally. You're not that special. Nobody is. I just wanted you to leave me alone. But as always, everything in this house proves hopelessly useless. Any form of service, flawed and feeble. They lack competence. Next time, I'll find a deeper despair and an emptier void to hide in. The firstborn of the king and queen, a proper little princeling, almost grown, though life has never tested me thanks to the comfort I was raised in, which is why I'm full of whims, why I think only of trivialities, why I'm just a gilded youth, unable to appreciate what I have. I won't bother listing every one of my vices. Mother won't be pleased with how miserably the court servants perform their duties. She never handled disobedience well. Well then, we can skip pedagogical lectures, as I know you'll force me to return at the end. And later, I'll try to run away again. Of all my mother's obsessions, control is her greatest. Everything must bend to her will. That's why I take so much pleasure in defying her. Poor father, letting her trample him like that. It seems a crown on a man's head weighs him down and dulls his mind. The charms of power. They say I take after him. Look closely, and you'll see all you need to know. How pitiful I must be then. Above? What above? There's nothing there either. Here, emptiness turns into more emptiness. Nothing begins, nothing ends. The same, over and over again. I'll tell you something. This place, all this darkness and silence, is no different from what awaits us in the gardens, the halls, or the chambers. Spare yourself the trouble. You don't have to drag me by the hand. I know the way back. The Queen's little lapdog. Phew.
You found the young master. Joy, such great joy. I owe you a debt or two. We simple folk, we must stick together. Here, take this. I hope it serves you well.
Did you kill me? I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like that. Mom, she used to call me Little Fish sometimes, when she was in a good mood. But when she wasn't, she'd call me Bastard, Misfortune, or Mistake. Once, during a bath, I cried that the water was too hot. So she pushed me fully underwater and held me there until I learned. After that, the water was always cold. Mama is the most important one. She controls everything. Everything rests on her shoulders. I can't disturb her. Father is the king, and usually just sits on the throne. Mama always said he was busy, but he just sits there. Then I was here, sitting in the water, and I never cried again.
I have enough of all this.
They are here. All of them. My sweet little petals. I'm so sorry. I should have tried so hard to bring you into this world. But maybe now we can set you free. You will help us, won't you, stranger? Fate has made a mockery of us all. Our deepest desires have been laid bare, twisted into instruments of our torment. Take these poor little creatures. They have no place in this world, yet they are forced into it and out of it, again and again. But our sister wished for them, and here, her word is the only law. My sister's reign must end. It's brought us horror upon horror, all because of her fear and obsession. She thought she could forge fate with power, but she was wrong. Fate is inevitable, and the one she claimed was never hers to begin with. Yet we are the ones who suffer the most. Brought into this world.
Hello again, my lord. Are you ready for your audience with the king and queen? Ah, I see you're trying to coax a little gossip out of me. I appreciate the effort. You're the only one around here who can hold a normal conversation. Not many people know that the three sisters are Bandrui, female druids. Interesting, isn't it? Not all druids allow women to engage in their noble profession. They didn't care, though. They did their work, and they did it well. One day, they delivered a prophecy to Sagramore, telling him he was destined to be the next King Arthur. Our king took their words to heart, and made one of them his queen. The other sisters helped the queen maintain the kingdom in its current state. It's not for me to say whether it's right or not. I know my place and the role I've been given. Hello again, my lord. Are you ready? Not many people, not all. One day, the other, I know. Hello again. Are you Nobody knows. The king and queen haven't granted an audience to anyone in years. All these poor, lost souls will never get their turn. Only Stygander and I are aware of the passage of time. The rest are stuck, frozen in the moment. But we're not allowed in the throne room, so we have no idea what's going on with the king and queen. If I were you, I'd be sure to mind your manners and follow every order for your own safety. Not 1 hour, the other. Hello again, are you ready for your audience? As you wish. Here is the most precious of all keys. It will open the doors leading to the throne room. Oh, and you might have an occasion to see the royal chapel. Please, don't forget us. Damned for all eternity.
chosen to extend you an invitation to speak. But first, you must let me show you something beautiful. The mycelium. Do you agree? My role in all of this is insignificant. I am but a small part of a greater whole. I am not the one who can give you that insight. You will learn everything during the conversation. I promise that nothing will be hidden from you. Splendid. Your arrival brings me joy. It means this place might have a better future. Welcome. A true natural order, balance, death and life. We have lived together since the dawn of time. Regardless of the decision you make, I will still be, in one form or another. Your arrival has sparked real change in this place. For the first time in centuries, I have no doubt this change will only deepen. But I want you to understand what you will bring about. The curse of this place will be lifted. However, with its disappearance, all the inhabitants of this place will die against their will. There is, however, an alternative. You will go to my home, the place that is my core, and you will take a part of me. When the time is right, you will place me within the body of the unfulfilled King Sagramore. I will take control of this place through the bodies of the royal couple. This is the only way it can be done. The king and queen are inextricably linked to the origin, the present, and the potential future of this place. They must have a part in this. My growth will be slow, but eventually I will encompass everyone. The new kingdom will be a common good. I cannot force this decision upon you. I am not able to threaten you, nor do I wish to. But after you complete your task, this place will die with all its inhabitants. That is all. No more, no less. So then, what is your choice? There will be no other opportunity for this conversation. I don't want to strain Sir Stegander's body for too long. Ah, the faithful penitent. We were fortunate to cross paths. He found peace and was able to partially come to terms with his fate by attuning himself to me. As for me, I gained this vessel through which we can converse. We helped each other greatly. Wonderful. When the moment comes, plant us within the king's breast. Let him finally rest. We shall take this place. Thank you, on behalf of the inhabitants of this place.
Your queen so cruelly? Why did you refuse to simply bow? You could have served me for eternity. Wouldn't that have been beautiful?
Gone, is she? Gone from one eternity straight into another. Oh, how I wish we'd had one more day. A proper one. Marked by the sun setting on us forever. Once, I dreaded it. The relentless passage of time. And now, all that's left is tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Fear not, till mushrooms take the place of your heart, and now mushrooms grow in my chest. The king is dead. Long live the king! Now it all ends. The lofty dream, the endless torment, and the fruits of our vanity. What we leave behind is a monument to our own foolishness. There will be no legends told of this place, for it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. And this is for you. The reason for your visit to this cursed court. You may leave now. Your audience is over.
You have saved this kingdom from oblivion. The kingdom no longer belongs to kings, but to all. The king's body, our body, the body of all. No one shall bow to anyone. All shall become us. All shall be with us. All shall be equal. The king's body. You have saved this kingdom from oblivion.
I talked to Gil. You know, I never thought he had it in him. I know he didn't kill the old bastard on purpose, but that was some quick thinking. Still, I wish he hadn't felt like he had to keep it to himself all those years. Not much. Granddad beat me until I passed out. It was probably the closest he came to killing me. When I woke up, I was in pain. Granddad was gone, and Gil just patched me up and then acted like nothing had happened. We never said a word about it. I guess we both wanted to forget, just for different reasons. No, we talked about it, and the only thing keeping him here was Gil. But I promised to back down a bit, let him do his own thing. He's gone to talk to Yvain's master of horses about taking him as an apprentice. I'll miss him, but I guess it'll do us both good. Thank you for what you've done for us. May the All-Mother bless you.
Have a nice day.
When I was little, my brother and I played in the swamps. He almost drowned, and I almost got eaten. I'll never forget that day. Careful out there.
back again?
Have some spare food or coin?
Good. Keep it up. I have no respect for cowards.
Yes? Well, I'll be damned. Nevera, known as the Chillheart. She earned that nickname because her blade supposedly freezes the blood of her opponents. It certainly leaves marks like frostbite. Nevera is said to be a Dalrator from the Forlorn Swords. They say she was too cruel even for her own tribe and was exiled. If you ask me, she should have stayed there. But she won't be causing trouble anymore. Here's your reward. You managed to catch Lame Lorcan. Well done. I didn't know him personally, but he used to be a scout in Camelot's army. One day, he went on a mission and returned with a nasty wound above his knee. Supposedly, a weird beast got him, but he managed to kill it and drag himself back to camp. After that, he started to change, becoming more and more aggressive. Eventually, he began shooting people with his bow for no reason. He was hiding in the area, occasionally attacking people. And if it weren't for you, he'd still be doing it. Thank you. Here's your reward. Sir Renard. What a shame he ended up like this. Don't get me wrong. It's good that he's dead. He just wasted his life. He came from a noble family, was tall, strong, brave. He loved dueling so much that he started challenging everyone for any reason, or none at all. Eventually, he killed a royal messenger and was banished. He must have been a tough opponent. You deserve the reward.
I'll await your return.
What? Where did you even get these? So you're telling me that beneath Cuanacht, there's even more Cuanacht, full of forbidden knowledge? Oh, Mother, help me. How did you even stumble on a place like that? Sounds more like a curse to me. Still, thank you for bringing this to my attention. But in future, steer clear of things like this. I'd hate to see you hanged for having an abundance of curiosity. I'll await your return. Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
The hospital, yes, I've seen the state it's in, and I've seen Ailey's devotion to her work. She's right, it needs more than just repairs. It needs purpose. The All-Mother's Temple was meant to be a place of comfort and healing, but it became distant and unapproachable. What good is faith if it doesn't reach the people who need it most? I would like to help, truly, but I cannot. There is something I must resolve first. Something that has haunted me for far too long. You shouldn't listen to that lunatic. Every time I see him, he's under the influence of goddess only knows what. I suppose he's right, and the menhir really can be reignited. Then what? This land is dying and barely produces any crops. Menhir or not, I can't see a future for Cuanacht. It would need a miracle to survive. Relocation would be the best outcome for everyone. And Fabius is the father, isn't he? The shining star of the Red Church, always playing the savior. Yes, I know about them. Lily was once a devoted follower of the All-Mother. Then that priest seduced her with his word, of course. I feared it would end this way. She's afraid of a scandal, you say? She should be more afraid of being left to fend for herself. Ludger is a fool, barking orders he doesn't even understand. If he tries to interfere, he'll soon learn that the All-Mother's priestesses are not to be trifled with. And so the mess lands at my feet as usual. Fine. I'll help her. Bring me the herbs on this list. I'll do the rest. And remind her that coming to me isn't just salvation, it's protection. The All-Mother guards her own, and Fabius will find no purchase here. Do that, and remind her who's truly looking out for her when all this is over. I wouldn't know. It does sound like typical druid nonsense. Split the knowledge so nobody has a full picture, and then act surprised when everything falls apart. If anywhere, it'll be at the temple of the All-Mother, or what's left after its fall. When corruption spreads there, my sisters who served became something else. Abandon this quest while you still can. Whatever you seek there isn't worth what this twisted place will do to you. Wait, that didn't scare you off? I feel ashamed, even thinking about asking you for help. But maybe the menhir's reaction to your arrival was a sign from the All-Mother. Maybe you are someone who can help. You asked me before whose grave it is. I come here because it's a reminder of how I failed those who counted on me, and I should feel sorrow, guilt, something. But the truth is, I lost part of myself long before Maeve was taken. I stand here. I wait for a feeling to appear, and nothing comes to me. Not ever. At the corrupted temple, something happened when I was still a priestess out there. I feel like something was taken from me. Ripped from my very soul. And I've been hearing her voice ever since. Lorelia. I don't remember. I should, but the memory eludes me. She's calling to me, but I can't answer. Help me, please. I need you to go to the corrupted temple, find her, find out what she wants from me. Because I fear what I'll find. If she's calling for me, it means facing something I'm not ready for. But you might see the truth more clearly than I can. Thank you. Whatever this is, it has haunted me long enough. All Mother guide you.